Senator Hughes.
Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. The NDIS, the Joint Standing Committee on the NDIS, is a committee that generally works in a bipartisan way, constructively together, making recommendations after a series of inquiries that are ongoing every year looking into this scheme, how it can be improved. And we hear from participants, their families and carers, loved ones, providers, people working with the service. And each of those inquiries make a series of recommendations. And this year marks 10 years since this committee started. And we're still compiling, but we will be releasing a look back, a retrospective on what are the commitments or what are the recommendations that have been made and which ones of them have actually been adopted by the agency. And this is really concerning because I can think of a number of them that we have made multiple times that still have not been enacted. And these are things like the way that participants' plans are modelled, and they are put at the moment in these ridiculous buckets of money. And I remember saying to someone, if you can tell me whether teaching someone to cross the road and use money is community participation or a daily living skill and which bucket of money that goes in, because this is the ludicrous nature of it. But unfortunately, the NDIA has not taken on board these recommendations that do genuinely come from a bipartisan spirit. They are usually fully endorsed with very little dissenting comment, yet the agency refused to act on the advice that it is given. But this is coupled with the fact that this Labor government is now hiding behind the financials of the agency and the NDIS. This is a very important scheme for millions of Australians and their families, and we need to ensure that it remains sustainable. Yet this government will not release the figures and are consistently moving when figures are being released, and specifically did not release the latest figures until after the last Joint Standing Committee report was being submitted, because we know that they cannot meet the targets that they want, and they are going to cut this program.